Hi and welcome to MMA Alpha. In today's video we are going to do the first of many best betting tips for weekly UFC events. If you like betting and MMA, please consider subscribing to the channel, we really appreciate it. Our bet for this week's UFC card, UFC Vegas 68, is a parlay. That includes a bet on next week's UFC 284 card. We often do this to only choose the best bets for you. Our goal is not to have as many bets as possible, but the best bets. As you can see here, this week we are going to be betting on Da Un Jung and Luma, and in this video we are going to be breaking down these fights. We are going to begin by breaking down Da Un Jung versus Devin Clark. As you can see here, Da Un Jung will have a 4-inch height advantage and a 3-inch reach advantage. Da Un Jung has a higher output and is the better striker. Devin Clark is a very explosive fighter that mostly like to use his striking to set up his takedowns, but his striking should still be respected because of his explosiveness. Another thing to mention is that because Devin is so muscular, his cardio is not the best, although it's not terrible either because he trains at high altitude, which helps him with his cardio. This fight will be decided a lot upon the success Devin Clark will have with his takedowns. In this first clip we can see Devin Clark versus Ion Cutelaba. Cutelaba himself being relying a lot upon his takedowns lately. Initially here we can see that Devin Clark gets a nice takedown, but is unable to keep Cutelaba down. Cutelaba then gets a takedown on Devin Clark, and as you can see here, Ion Cutelaba got 8 takedowns on Devin Clark in this fight. Now that is not to say that Da Un Jung is going to have a game plan to take Devin Clark down, but it goes to show you that Clark's takedown defense is not perfect, and Da Un Jung could potentially also land takedowns on Cutelaba. And as you can see here, surprisingly Da Un Jung has better takedown statistics than Devin Clark, but this depends of course mostly on the competition they have faced. Now here we can see Devin Clark versus William Knight, with Clark landing a nice right hand to a takedown. When Clark connects, he can really hurt you if he puts his power to his strikes. And here we can see Devin Clark finishing an absolutely exhausted William Knight in the third round. Moving on to Da Un Jung, here we see Da Un Jung in his UFC debut versus Katilov. Now there has not been a lot of people trying to take Da Un Jung down, but here we can see Katilov getting a takedown, but afterwards Da Un Jung springs quickly back up to his feet, exactly what you want to see from a fighter that gets taken down. Here we can see nice improvements in Da Un Jung's striking in his second UFC fight versus Mike Rodriguez. Da Un Jung winning by way of KO. And here we can see Da Un Jung trying to go for a takedown himself, and then defending a takedown nicely. And now we go to our second bet, which is Loma to win over Elise Reed. Loma is a 3-time Muay Thai champion. Loma has great takedown defense and incredible balance, good kicks of course, and good elbows and ease. She is fighting Elise Reed, who is a taekwondo fighter who moves quickly and can explode quickly with strikes. She has bad takedown defense and cardio, something we expect Loma to exploit. Here we can see Loma using her knees, kicks and elbows against her opponent Ufree. We will now show you Loma's incredible takedown defense and balance against Lupita Godinez, a fight which she did lose and got taken down, but something to consider here is that Lupita has some of the best takedowns in women MMA. And here we can see Loma's last fight against Denise Gomez, a good striker who has won 4 out of her last 6 fights by TKO. Loma showed in this fight that she can take people down if she feels like she needs to. Loma showing us some really good takedown defense and balance also. And then lastly we have Elise Reed, who is a good and dangerous striker with bad takedown defense and cardio, as we mentioned before. Here we see Reed getting taken down repeatedly by Sam Hughes, before getting finished by strikes in the third round. You can clearly tell how tired she is here in the third round. And then we see Reed here against her last opponent, Melissa Martinez, a good striker who has won 5 of her 7 wins by KO or TKO. Reed did drop Melissa early in round 1, and after that she came back and made it a competitive round. Melissa did hurt Reed with low kicks, and in the 3rd round, she was unable to move well and was tired. But Reed did win round 1 with the knockdown, and managed to win round 2 also, winning her the fight. You can clearly tell how tired Reed is again here in round 3. So in conclusion, we see Da On Young as the better striker, but we wouldn't be surprised if Clark Does managed to take Da On Young down once or twice, but we see Da On Young being able to get back to his feet and hurting Clark in the stand-up. Probably being able to stop the takedowns and put Clark away in the 3rd round, winning by KO or TKO. The biggest risk in this fight as we see it is that Clark would be able to get full mount and be able to ground and pound to a TKO. But we see this is unlikely to happen. And then we have Loma winning over Reed. We feel like this is a good matchup stylistically for Loma, the 3-time world Muay Thai champion. Loma has a good chin, and if she is in trouble on the feet she should be able to get a takedown rather easily. In fact, we think Loma will probably take advantage of Reed's bad takedown defense and take her down in the 1st or 2nd round. We also see Loma having a lot of success with her leg kicks, and we see her probably getting a stoppage in round 3 by way of TKO. If you like this bet and breakdown, would really appreciate you if you would consider subscribing to the channel. We are a new channel and really need more subscribers. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe. See you in the next video.